and good morning. Welcome to Charlotte to Go. So all morning on the show, we've been talking about, well, really David Tepper and his push to kind of bring renovation.
More money, more money, more money.
More money, more problems. But basically, the reason we started this conversation is Luke Combs is actually going to be here performing in Charlotte over at Bank of America Stadium. So we ended up adding a second stop in Charlotte. And this was way back, I think in June, maybe he announced that this second stop because he was just selling that many tickets. But it kind of started this overarching conversation about pushing tourism dollars, not just into Bank of America Stadium, but Uptown Charlotte as a whole. And so we've been asking, what is your favorite concert that you've been to right here in the Queen City? We asked it this morning. We got so many responses. Folks said One Direction, Elton John, the Avett Brothers. Who else? Janis Joplin. I mean, these are names that I didn't
that goes
know.
back. That goes back in time, right there.
Way back.
That's back to when they're all what's now called the Bojangles Arena. That was the Coliseum back then, or we used to call it the Chrome Dome out on Independence Boulevard.
Stop it.
And it says Park Center.
Park Center is still there. It's still there, right at the stadium up there. It's on the campus of CPCC. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
A plethora of knowledge from you
okay.
all the time.
now, Larry, you don't have to give any order or anything like that. Just name a few of your favorite concerts that you've
this
seen.
I want to hear.
Because also note, Larry was in radio, so you had a lot of opportunities to see more concerts than most.
Yes.
And that was an advantage that you get to go free. So a lot of them. But if you go back in time, way back in time, probably, and it goes back to the Park Center. The first time I saw the Temptations was at the Park Center with Sam and Dave. And then I'll just throw some out. Elvis Presley when he was here at the Coliseum.
It just throws them out there.
And then the old Blue Eyes, that guy Frank Sinatra.
Oh, stop
spreading the news.
That is amazing.
I mean, you can go to the Eagles, Earth, Wind and Fire, Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh my goodness.
It's on and on and on.
So pretty much every great musician, Larry has seen it.
So you may not have an impressive lineup just like Larry's, but drop us and let us know in the comments what's the best concert that you've been to here in the Queen City. Now, when we branded it this morning, we kind of used our Where's the Money brand to talk about the economic impact, which I'm sure that you can weigh in. But since David Tepper essentially bought the stadium 5 years ago.
Right.
I mean, he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to try to bring these headlines to the Queen City.
It's a great venue. I mean, you think about it. Oh, and let me throw in the Rolling Stones too, because they were at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And they were here pretty recently.
Yeah, recently. I didn't see that one, but the one before, the Steel
at
Mills
Bank
tour
of America Stadium.
At Bank of America Stadium. So you can have 74,000 people at a concert. And so David Tepper's going, let's see here. Look at that. Add all that up.
Right. I mean, because it's millions of dollars.
Yes.
And so the other thing, I know our sports folks have talked about it before, there's some lingering hope if they can bring a Super Bowl here, which would be pretty dependent.
You got to dome it.
Exactly. Installing a roof, which for context, so if you wanted to build a whole new stadium, you're talking about $1 billion, literally $1 billion. Hundreds of millions if you're just talking about installing a roof. I don't want to say just, as if we all have this kind of money just sitting in our bank accounts. But
you don't have dome money sitting around?
You don't have dome money? But those are relatively the price tags that we're looking at when it comes to those kinds of renovations, which are huge. But, I mean, if you really think about it, the investment might be worth for the payoff.
Oh, I mean, you think what happened to Atlanta with their new dome stadium, this obviously Super Bowl and all the other events. I mean, the disadvantage of having an open air stadium is that the weather plays a part of it. Like, for example, we take a look at the forecast for this evening, and really they're going to have tailgating actually starting around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and they actually closed the roads at 10 a.m.
Yeah, so in preparation for that.
Starting early.
So starting around 4 o'clock, it's going to be close to 90 degrees. Storm chances kind of on and off throughout the evening. I know that normally at a sporting event you can't have an umbrella. I'm not sure about a concert.
Yeah, I think it's still
that way.
Still, I think PNC they let you because you're obviously sitting out in theirs.
Yeah.
But I think Bank of America, all the usual rules still apply.
Have the rain gear handy because there could be some short. It'll still be a great show.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we got some folks chiming in already. So, Iron Maiden.
Oh, awesome.
We got Jimmy Buffett. Oh, my goodness. That must have been amazing.
Jimmy Buffett, I think, was here this past year, too.
Oh, so that's recent.
Yeah, he was very recent.
He used to play at Carowinds.
He's been here before,
time.
too.
Oh, my goodness.
At the Palladium at Carowinds, yeah. What a great show, yeah.
See, okay, and that's what I'm saying is so interesting about this area, because when I was looking at, there's this website that our web producer told us about, Concert Archives, and basically you can like look up venues and then you could see the timeline of like what performers were there and when, and it's so funny
I
to
didn't
like
even know
look
we
at
had
it.
that.
Oh yeah, I'll have to show it to you.
Yes.
Because first of all, Bank of America Stadium, one of the oldest stadiums in the NFL, and you can see how like every once in a while they had some venues, but then in the past 5 years it's like boom, 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 headline after headline after headline.
Yeah, and big names.
Big
Garth
Totally, yes.
Brooks, Billy Joel, Elton John,
Yes.
like nailing
That's
it.
huge. And then we're gonna have Beyonce in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, Beyonce. The Queen Bee. Yeah, no, they were doing well.
She's not at the stadium, is she? She's
She's Bank of America. I think.
She's at Bank of America Stadium?
Yeah.
Really?
I was about to say, maybe,
Okay.
because the other aspect of that too is Bank of America holds what, like 74, 75?
Yeah.
Which I mean, you
She can
need
sell it
that.
out.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly, she can do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the kind of space you need to attract those kind of names. John Kelly has a really good point here. Brings lots of business to the downtown area. Exactly. Because Uptown, I mean, I feel like we're always talking about revitalization in the area.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people are going to do. You know, they're going to go to the concert and then they're going to spend a couple of days walking around. Maybe they'll hit up, Amelie's.
You know how
over
Green's
Uptown.
closed down? They may be going, wait a minute.
I know, right? I'm like,
They
let's
may
bring them
reconsider
back.
and go back. Yeah.
I hope we can bring Greens back because that was huge to lose that.
All right, we got another comment. Kid
Yeah.
Rock.
Woo.
Now, I've gone to only 3 concerts here, and Kim's a big country fan, and I have also been by association, but they're all great concerts. Brad Paisley,
Okay.
amazing.
Oh, yes.
Thomas Rhett, what a great set. And
I
then
love that.
most recently, Carrie Underwood at the Spectrum Center,
Yes.
Oh,
who
yes.
always puts on a show. So she's bringing me to some awesome concerts. We've had a great time, and then 2 of
Definitely.
those were at PNC. You were mentioning you haven't been there. That's an awesome place. You can always
You can
get
sit on the grass or you can inside,
Oh, see,
in the
you guys are giving me
seats,
stuff to do.
Yes.
Can I throw out one? I have to say this because I feel terrible if I don't say who I've seen here twice. Is Paul McCartney. I can't believe I
Paul
didn't say that.
goodness.
Yeah, once out at
What a lineup,
PNC
Larry.
and then also at Spectrum.
Okay. So I'm excited for like the concert / summer season. Oh, Sharon, she says Carrie was awesome, so she must have been there with you.
Hey, maybe you're saying she really was. At one point, she got in something and she went across the entire stadium,
Oh my
like
goodness.
flying high. It was Carrie, way to go. And Sharon, I'm glad that you're there as well.
Man, okay, Leslie Maley. I might be pronouncing that wrong, guys. But keep chiming in. I'm excited. This gives me like some ideas of who I want to see.
Yeah.
I definitely wish I had the PTO.
Do you have the
for
Beyonce tickets
to
yet?
see Beyonce? No, I've been running through my PTO already, just with like some trips that I went back home. So Beyonce, I'll have to hold up, but come back.
And
Come back.
On one ending note, you brought up this band is the Eagles. Their tickets just went on
Yes.
sale this week. They're going to be at the
really?
Spectrum. So this is supposedly their final goodbye tour.
They've done it before.
They've done it.
I was about to say, yeah, that's
Hell's Freezes
Not
Over
new.
tour. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
without
done
a
it
doubt,
before,
yeah.
but maybe this is their last one. But regardless, Charlotte's got a lot going on.
November 7th, right?
Right.
Yep, you know.
Alrighty, well, keep it in mind. And then on top of that, if you're looking for something to do tonight, hey, tickets for Luke Combs, they're selling for about $40, $50. So
It's not bad.
that's not bad at
considering.
all. Exactly. So you can kick off your weekend early. Anyways, though, guys, thank you for chiming in. Happy Friday. We'll see you back on Monday.
See you then.